What's going on, guys? Jack here with Will's final promo game from Gold 3 to Gold 2. He is on the edge of suicide right now if he does not win this game. And Destiny is not in his hands. He was auto-filled to the support role from AD carry, his favorite position.
That's right, Jack. It's pretty unfortunate for his last promo game of the season.
Oh, yes. With me today as the color commentator, we have Cannon the Cloud. And he is ready to do some color commentary.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be Jack here.
Starting off very aggressively.
Yeah. So I'm Jack here. I'm here to do the play-by-play. So Cannon play-by-play is pretty much the person who's shoutcasting. Colorcaster is the guy you add detail and information. Oh, yep. Will goes in with a hook. He gets nothing. Yeah, he doesn't get anything with the hook there. He hits the wall, but he burns the flash. Yeah, he burned the flash from Bjergsen Killer. But yeah, Cannon, pretty much your job.
Call me Keith McBrief.
Your job is to analyze the gameplay and like break things down. That's what the color caster does.
So you go first, and then I break it down after.
Yeah, pretty much you break down and analyze, and I shout things. That's right, Will. Right? Color caster is the one who does like all the is the analysis pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, color commentator is Captain.
Play-by-play is the shout. No. Play-by-play isn't play-by-play Captain Flowers? Like you shout.
They're the same thing.
Wait, colorcaster and play-by-play is the same thing?
Color commentary and play-by-play is basically the same thing. It's just like different.
Then what's the other caster?
Like the analytical caster. I don't know.
I thought that was called the colorcaster.
The analyst.
I thought colorcaster was because like.
It might be color caster. Color commentator is just the same thing as.
Because I was thinking colorcaster makes sense for the an analytical one because they're adding like. What is it called? Like nuance and flavor to the gameplay, whereas the play-by-play is the one who's shouting like what's actually going on. We'll go with that. All right, Vayne dashing forward aggressively, but the enemy bot lane hits level 2 first. Blitzcrank positioning forward, and it looks like he wants to go for the hook here.
What do you think about the matchup, Alan?
I don't know. I think the Blitzcrank, he has a lot of kill potential if he ever hooks down the Vayne, and the MF is very oppressive, but. Skieko has not shown a good history of playing Nautilus with Vayne. He has inted many Vayne players before in the past playing the Nautilus.
That's true, but once they hit 6, I feel like they have a lot greater potential to engage.
All right, checking up on his mid laner. He is worried that the Fizz will get fed. And the Q goes in! He hits the MF!
Goes in! She messed up!
She hits the MF, tanks it for... Blitzcrank's tanking, but Aftershock's over. He misses the hook on the Vayne. And that's all for the trade. And Skieko's bot lane comes out on top. With the trade. Q is back up. He's looking to fish a hook right now, threatening, and he gets the cannon minion with his relic shield proc. Jungler versus jungler, fighting in the mid lane, and looks like Veigar can't be there for the rotation. Fizz is there first, but it looks like Graves is going down. Nope, Graves flashes away, and Echo with the flash takes first blood. Vayne, though, getting really low with that MFQ.
Seems like both of the ADCs in this game have a tendency to walk up too far.
Yes, it does, but the MF still, the one getting hooked, and Vayne not getting hooked yet, is very... It's looking good for Will's side. Another missed hook from the enemy bot lane.
The Bjergsen Killer.
Echo's really putting in work. Look at the map.
Yeah, Echo on the top side.
I
can't tell what's going on, but it looks like he eat in with the taunt. And Renekton looks like the Q is going to heal him enough and get him out. Yep.
Very close, though.
Another hook lands! He threads the needle! Blitzcrank with the knockup on the Vayne, but Vayne dashes forward. Hits!
Unfortunately, Vayne gets CC'd out.
And Vayne with a condemn! The kill goes over to Nautilus! Blitzcrank chasing on the Vayne, and his Q's almost up. He flashes for the root. He Q's. He CC's. The E's going in there.
They make this kill a double kill.
And it looks like Will's going to just take this. 2 kills going for Will right here. The E does not hit. The Aftershock does not hit. And it looks like Will's out of mana.
Doesn't have mana?
And mid lane is unable to come down. Danny, would you like to join us for this commentary? I'm recording this right now. Will's final promo game to Gold 2.
There you go.
The Q is back up for Will. He lands a Q on the Blitzcrank. 2 kills over to the Nautilus. And there we go. Bot lane is ahead 5-0 in this game. The final game is looking good. With a 5-0 lead, there's no way Will gets reverse sweeped this series.
Maybe autofill was the play.
Shen taunting over. Oh, and he barely loses the trade. But Vygar going up top. Looks like Renekton's on 50 Fury.
Renekton's E is down for another 4 seconds. They might be able to get a cage
Oh,
here.
the cage.
Cage is up.
Oh, Shen fucked up. But
Shen forgot the W.
there we go.
Still got a kill. TP coming in from the Fizz mid lane.
Flash with the R.
Hits the Vygar. Vygar will most likely get out of this.
Ooh, the burnt TP and the
Both
ultimate from
is-
Fizz.
Both solo laners survive on blue team. It's a good start to this game.
6-0 for the blue team.
A very
Will.
hard scaling team dominating early versus a try to snowball early team. I do not see anything going wrong here.
Yes.
Nothing at all.
Yes. I think
Especially with the
Will
Blitzcrank
is
at
starting-
Goldila.
I think Will is starting to get very hot here. He's starting to feel hot. Oh no.
Okay.
Echo ult back. 3 going mid
Echo's
lane right
ult
now.
down.
Enemy AD carry moves there. Fizz there. And he gets the blast cone. But it looks like he's going to be chased down. Blitzcrank retreating back into the enemy jungle.
Nautilus rotating
And
up
Nautilus-
to assist Echo. Can he make it?
And another blast cone. The Blitzcrank hook misses. Nautilus the
Oh.
sacrifice. But it looks like this might be a good fight for blue team. Oh, he misses the
unfortunately,
hook.
the hook.
Vygar coming in with the cage. And Echo going in. And Echo
Oh.
still alive.
Surviving.
And
Oh, he had
finally
R. His
goes
R just
down.
came back.
Oh, unfortunately, this is going to be
And the
two
fight
kills.
slowly turns as Fizz makes his way there. No mana, but the Blitzcrank hits the
3.
second hook of the game. Shen ult coming in
with
top.
the Shen ult.
Gold going
Vayne
into the
still
no.
leading.
Shen should not engage here. He might end up just dying
All right,
for no
Shen goes
reason
for the
after
blue
using
buff
his
here.
ult.
He's definitely being a little greedy, but it seems like they're backing off anyways.
Gold is starting to line
Ooh.
pockets of red team, meaning that the comeback may be a dream for them. However, blue team is still quite ahead.
Ken's
It is
greed
to say
does
that
seem to
this
catch up
did
with
start
him.
off as a 5-0 fight, but with 2 kills going over, that must mean Shutdown also went over to
Oh,
them.
they managed to pull 1 kill out of it.
Fizz
but
getting
it's
another
not
kill
a
here.
double kill.
And Vayne coming in with the Condemn.
Okay.
And they're unable to chase down the Graves as he retreats back to tier 2. Oh, wait. And Shen with the taunt, I believe. I could not see, but from the map, it looks like Shen did hit a taunt there and draw him back for his greed. Fizz and MF, the final hopes of Red Team here.
Well, red team just kind of hopes for Fizz to end up getting a good pick or a good ultimate that might end up
All right, a stun into
hitting
the Q
three or
here.
more.
Oh, nope. The Echo E is instant. No chance for the Renekton to get anything.
See, that's what we call not alcove gaming. If Reddington was a better player and would have hit over the wall where Echo did not have vision,
Quick
It would either
scoreboard
force-
update. Graves own.
before he was good.
Yeah. So joining us today, besides Cannon the Cloud and Jack, we have LS here. To help
Fuck
commentate.
you. Chiba.
LS,
So
are you, where's your clicks? I can't hear your keyboard right now.
yeah, unfortunately, I got my F keys surgically removed, so I can no longer spam the F keys. That's probably why you're not hearing it at this current moment. I'm trying to get them replaced so I can have F keys installed into my body,
Oh, okay. Cosmetic surgery.
so they're permanently. Yes, not even cosmetic. It's a very practical surgery.
Oh, okay. I see. And Will flexing his mechanics with the F keys.
F key spam, just as I like to see. Every player should always learn to F key spam. Get that APM up as higher. Make sure you're getting 800 DPM with a 7-11 window and 75% sensitivity so you can have optimal wiggling in lane. Cage down, Fizz E down, Echo coming in. Misses his Q.
Yeah, I
It's
think
going to
bit of
maybe be a free
misplay
dragon
right
as
there.
Graves is now topside. Oh, he's now mid. They might go for a pick here, however, I don't think this might work out as there is no pressure from bot lane, meaning that Vayne is being pushed in, so they're either conceding wave while they're getting roamed on for mid right now. Dragon
heading
is
up
should
river,
be
too.
contested. Yeah, their bot lane setting up river. Echo is going in, might get hooked. Nope, he's safe for now. There
It
is
not the day for Blitzcrank with his hooks. Oh, Shen blocking the.
W.
And the Renekton not doing well. It is not his day. Oh, misses the Q, throws the ult down, and it looks like MF is going to go down here. 150 with the assist over to Nautilus.
This looks like a free dragon if they go assist Echo after pushing this lane out here. However, Vayne is very set on last hitting as opposed to helping the team get objectives.
The steal coming out from the enemy mid laner and burning a Shen ult to get there too.
Fizz did get the steal, however, this gives a lot of map pressure to blue team with everyone being in position to help take mid turrets.
It looks like the wave will not have enough minions there as of now, but we'll see if the red team looks like they're not rotating people mid to help defend if they were to keep pushing, but blue team backs off and the lane's reset.
Echo coming in to assist for a gank. Oh, unfortunately, the Nautilus hook misses. However, this could still go forward here. Silence from Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank has pulled momentarily. Good condemn from Vayne. Saves the Echo.
Vayne getting hit by the
sacrifices herself.
Unfortunately.
And Echo with no ult. Graves is coming in with the ult. He lands it. Echo actually ease right into the center of the second charge on the Graves ult.
That's a very
On the bright side for blue team, Misfortune did not get either of those shutdowns. Graves' gold got reset, and Blitzcrank took the biggest bounty. So that would be probably the best of that situation that they could make it.
It is missing his ult, but still killing the Vigar, as it looks like. And Vigar goes down.
Yeah, unfortunately, Fizz getting those shutdowns earlier with the Electrocute and Sork Shoes is going to make this very difficult for the game to progress now.
Take a look at that CS differential in the mid lane. The build with Vigar coming out looks like he wants the Abyssal just for the Fizz matchup, despite all the other AD on the red team. Very, very defensive build. And
very, very greedy, though, with that early lost chapter into Fizz. The mana is very helpful. However, his goal is not to farm up right now. It's just to survive lane and make sure that Fizz does not get ahead, which, unfortunately, he's failed at. He's started out well, but he's starting to fail that objective a little bit, and Fizz is getting a lot of gold, and that's going to be very, very troublesome for blue team here.
And now
however, we do have... Yeah, he delayed his power spike. We also have really good scaling on blue side. The issue now might be getting to that game as red team is starting to snowball their gold. As you can see, Gray's bot side may be looking for a gank over the wall. The wave is pushing into blue side, so if they just stay here, they might have to concede cannon. But there's a Graves. It's going to come and clear the pink ward and try get some vision.
LS, what do you think of the drafts this game for the blue team?
I think the draft is suboptimal. There are very high scaling in the mid and bot lane, meaning that we don't have good dragon priority. However, Echo can help support mid lane and top lane. Top lane is a pretty even matchup. It should be going in Renekton's favor currently, but Shen is playing very well. The biggest issue that I currently see is just Vayne, even being ahead in gold and items, will not be able to outdamage MF for a long while, as well as them having very good picks and teamfight ults on red side.
Her entrance into fights also makes her susceptible into an MF ult or a Blitzcrank ult.
MF ult, Blitzcrank hook, Fizz ults, Renekton stun. There's a lot of things that can go wrong with Vayne, and she needs to wait for all of the... We have a fight starting out. Unfortunately, Nautilus falls.
Condemns the Fizz, and Fizz goes down.
Blue team should be able to chase here now that they have all their cooldowns down. However, they decide to just take the 1-for-1 and just farm. The Echo is going back to farm golems, leaving Vayne in a very susceptible position to get hooked if she does not react properly to the Blitzcrank hook. Now, Blitzcrank looks like he's going up to clear vision currently. So you can continue.
Despite the blue team's early game lead, they have handed over some shutdown gold, but the more important part is that handing over gold to the earlier game team, they will be able to hit a bit of a power spike in the mid game, so it seems as though they have a bit of a window right now. If blue team continues to mess up, that they might have a bit of strength before the full scaling of blue comes in handy, even with their gold lead.
It looks like Vigar's about to take mid turret, which will open up a lot of opportunities. However, he decides to farm Raptors instead of getting the last chip damage he needs to take it with Echo. So this is going to present an opportunity for red team to capitalize. There's Rift Herald up on top side, as well as a very strong top side for red. even though Shen is ahead in gold, Renekton can still do a lot to Echo. And once Shen's W cooldown is down, that leaves a huge window for him to win that fight. Dragon's coming up here soon, so most teams are probably going to want to migrate to that. Luckily for blue team, the enemy top laner is what we call intentionally feeding up in the top lane. Nautilus coming in for a gank on Fizz. Fizz is going to E away, hits the hook, hits an R, and that is a dead Fizz, meaning a free mid turret into Dragon for blue team. This is a very, very good situation for them, as it opens up the window and kind of shuts down red team's window to start coming back. If the blue team plays together here, they will have a really good opportunity to win this next fight. However,
Echo
gets caught by
silence.
the hook, does not
dead.
have time to R due to the
Shen is going in, and the hook lands on the Blitzcrank. Shen with the double taunt, and he takes the W. Graves half health. MF ult on a good choke point though, forcing Vayne away from the fight. But it looks like Shen and Nautilus are uncontested, and Blitzcrank wasting his
Link
stopwatch.
with a very interesting stopwatch.
But it looks like Vayne is still chunked out. She might be going down here. Vayne overstepping.
Being
and
very
underestimating the damage.
aggressive, as well as the Shen trying to dive this misfortune. I do not think this is a good idea, but however, he is very, very armor heavy right now, and it's not taking any damage from the tower.
Yeah, he would need
We'll
at
get
least
out of
one more
this.
shot there. And
They
Fizz
should be
still in.
taking bot turret, resetting, and then positioning for Dragon, as Echo is going to push up top and then rotate to bot lane. This is a very good position for blue team currently. They have a lot of their power spikes, a lot of gold into where they need it. They got a kill on Vayne, a kill on Vigar, and some good more items for front lining on Shen. The big issue that they have to look out for now is playing together as a team, where red team is most likely, with the bot turret falling, going to start grouping up and looking for picks just to do anything to get back into this game.
And I think that's the 7th death for the Renekton.
Yeah, luckily it is a 6v4 in favor of blue side. Currently, they got the power play going. The job that Renekton is going to have late game is on a 5-minute cooldown. He's going to try and flash in and stun Vayne.
Yep.
So he's only useful every 5 minutes. However, that can change the tide of the game depending on the time that he chooses to use that cooldown.
Yeah. And it's very
If he
reliable
uses-
if he's in range, if she doesn't have
Yes.
any cleanse.
This Vayne tends to play very aggressive, so it's going to be very risky. She's going to need to start playing a little bit more passive into all the pick potential red team has.
Yeah, she has to really keep track of the flashes available. Blitzcrank progressively getting a bit more comfortable with landing his hooks as the game progresses as well, as blue team gets a bit less cautious about dodging them.
Right now, everyone's just kind of sitting around the map. There's Rift Herald to be taken. However, we're deciding to push up mid, maybe go assist top, as Shen misses the taunt, and on the mini map we can see, but he's still trying to fight the Renekton. Renekton flash and grazes top. This is a good opportunity to try and get some pressure bot side. However, it looks like plays are going to be conceded.
It looks like blue team opting out of the NA RAM, letting Shen absorb the pressure with 3 top. I don't think Shen will make it out of this one unless he gets taunt up very soon. I think he got hooked back in there. Graves with the ultimate. Looks like he went back. Shen ulting back in. Close! And he gets taken down by the Graves. Unfortunately, not
Trying
enough
a
damage.
Shen shutdown was not actually necessarily worth it, because if we look at that, that is a 1,000 gold kill into the pockets of red side. Although we get a turret, it gives blue
Who got
side
the,
a little
kill
bit
there?
more.
Can you open the chat, please, player?
I think Graves.
Yeah, it was Graves with
Yeah.
the shutdown, and that's pretty big for their team, actually. Graves being able to do a lot of burst damage.
Yeah, their team is very focused on, is very, very burst heavy. So as long as the Shen and Nautilus are able to take the brunt of their cooldowns, they should be fine to continue fighting.
Yep.
Ooh, Echo getting caught out in the red side jungle. However, he looks like he should be fine. Just trying to get greedy for the red.
The silence coming down. It looks like a Shen ultimate on the Vayne. Vayne is still not dying. And
A lot of
Renekton
cooldowns
getting
used
ulted.
on the Blitzcrank, however, it does not look like it will
Fizz
matter.
with the
Oh,
flash in. He one-shots the Vayne, but Shen coming back in the fight. Fizz is slowly getting chopped down.
Fizz is coming in for a cleanup, though. He might be able to make this work. Unfortunately, the CC is too much on the side of blue team. There should be a good mid-turret push into a good reset and a good opportunity for blue to get ready for Baron. They are very ahead right now, and they have a very good consistent damage for Baron. It looks like The team is not on the same page. However, they
Decide to take the recall.
quickly. Blue team has a lot of gold in their pockets now. Is in a very good position for the next team fight. They're going to have a lot of summoners down on red side. However, it looks like we're getting caught out on blue side. Vigar dying for almost no reason, greeting for stacks. However, he has Abyssal Mask and the GLP Ice Belt now, so he should have really good team fight present, making his cage a lot easier to land, meaning that he can shut down a lot of red sides engage and burst.
And with the addition of another scaling carry on their team, the Vigar also has the option to also play more passively with the Vayne. With the engage from Shen, Nautilus, and potentially Echo, if everyone leaves Vayne to her own, she might get jumped on. So Vigar can also take a defensive approach and put cage and slows on anyone trying to encroach on the AD carry. So a lot of options here for blue team in how they want to play out these fights.
Echo and Shen look like they could have a really good combination. If Echo dives into the backline, having the very, very strong top side of blue team would be almost just absolutely devastating to the backline of red team. It looks like we're going to have a very strange map separation right now with the mid laner both being on top side and the bot lane heading mid. However, there's no objectives for blue team to take. Oh, there's Nautilus trying to engage on this Graves here. However, Vayne is not far close enough to get anything, so Graves just takes a reset, and everyone else is getting more
near top side and backs off.
Dragon is coming up. Shen is getting a lot of pressure by lane. He will have his ult soon. This means that red team is stuck with either trying to have Renekton stuck matching him in a side lane and will most likely lose, as opposed to someone like
the Baron. And they start the support starts at the Baron, and let's see if what red team decides to call here. We have Renekton versus the Shen in bot lane. This Baron's going down pretty quickly. We're already at 2/4 HP, or 2/3 HP. Blitzcrank, the only member of red team there right now. And he gets a hook on the Vigar, but this Baron's going down. And Shen ults in.
Shen is ult. However, Vigar gets picked, and a TP is coming on to Renekton. Echo lands the smite, and blue team just needs to take a reset and save the Baron as much as they can right now. Fortunately, Nautilus goes down. We have 3 members still remaining on blue team, and Shen is going to use the Baron to push up. Echo is kiting out very, very well. He should be able to get out of this using his ultimate and E, and he's just going to keep red team busy.
To be able to actually kill someone.
However, he is just CC. Luckily, he gets it off at the last moment, but it's shut down by Fizz. They get a bot turret and save Baron. However, I don't think that was a very aggressive dash over the wall.
A lot of gold ends up going over, and Shen doesn't manage to get the bot inhib.
Shen doesn't have ult anymore, so they only have 1 Baron. Infernal Dragon is up. Graves is probably in position to take that without any contention from Shen or Vigar. So it looked like a good play. However, there's some poor execution of the side of blue team. However, they still look about even in gold in this play.
To Shen's advantage right now, with the turret going down, Shen would struggle in the side wave.
Shen is opting to try and risk his life for the inhibitor, or to risk his life for the misfortune. Very interesting decision making. Mountain Dragon goes over.
Looks like
to
Vigar
red team.
Is very low. Big Fizz ult on him, and instantly killed.
Vigar is still taking a very greedy build. Shen did not even get the inhibitor, lost his flash, and did not even kill the MF. This is starting to look really, really bad for blue team.
Shen, I think, needed to... So he had a huge advantage in being able to take down the turret there with the Baron, in that had the turret stayed up, him sidewaving a Renekton would give him pressure if the Renekton opted into fighting him, but Shen would really struggle, diving him. It would take a lot of trades to get him in that position. However, with the turret down, Shen had the option to push up more and threaten the actual inhibitor and force more people there, but looks like he got a bit overzealous and Eden and, well, did not.
Another thing to note is there's some cookie cutter builds look like is going on where Shen has built a Knight's Vow, where we already have a Knight's Vow on the Vayne, so he's only able to put this on Vigar and Echo, in which it's not as good. However, he could put it on the Echo if he or whatever target he ults on to help mitigate the damage even further.
He's also not the primary engage so far. He's playing away from the team right now, so the Knight's Vow getting very little value for the majority of the game unless he decides to group up, in which he doesn't get to utilize the split pressure as much. But it looks like blue team deciding to ARAM mid, the North American special, given the fact that they do have still a bit of a gold advantage in scaling power and good team fight. Looks like they want to try for the classic NA RAM coin.
Shen is now playing very aggressive. He is not as ahead in gold as he thinks he is. The big issue that they have is Shenel is up now, and there's an open inhibitor bot lane. There should be no reason that he is with the team here. However, the team could go 5 to the bot lane and end up taking a fight there without the turret being present. Instead, they're deciding to try and get the mid lane turret, while MF is putting them in a really good chokehold. If she gets a good ult off here, she's going to shred the team. Nautilus ult it delays it.
Fizz teleporting in, and it looks like red team, they're going to get the ace on blue team. And tilt going down from the support and from the AD carry. Why did you want to dive? A poor execution of a dive evens out the gold more so, and it looks like Shen's decision making, he's slowly getting more and more tilted.
Yeah, blue team is trying to make way too many plays in a scaling composition versus a very mid-game strengthened team, and they've gotten a lot of shutdown golds on their primary carries, that being Graze, MF, and Fizz have all gotten a lot of gold, and now they're going to be very difficult for blue team to get a hold of until probably about 35 minutes. And until then, they're going to struggle. There's going to be Baron up on the map. There's most likely going to be Dragon Soul, and blue team might not be able to get the inhib. This is not looking good for blue team in the near future.
Yeah, they really need to execute well in these team fights or hit a few more items on the Vayne and the Veigar. But honestly, even with a few more items on Veigar, I do think his mid-game is one of his strongest points because he gets a lot more artificial ability power than many other champions. Once he goes into the late game, he loses a bit of reliability with the cage if it's a final fight with flashes up, and the MF, if Veigar mispositions, the MF will destroy him with the ultimate due to his squishiness. So
yeah, Veigar has not built Zhonya as his third item yet, which is super important into getting hit by a Fizz ult or a Blitzcrank hook or a Renekton stun. There's a lot of things that can kill him if he doesn't have that. He used the stopwatch earlier, however, he never actually used it very well. He's opting to go for Twin Shadows instead of Zhonya's.
And he doesn't need the Twin Shadows because their team has Engage. He doesn't need it right now. The Zhonya's is better.
The Zhonya's is better. He has the Frost belt already. I think he's just not thinking rationally about his build.
If I believe correctly, too, the Veigar should be running Ingenious Hunter, so he should be able to get Zhonya's on a little.
Yeah, I mean the Twin Shadows and Ingenious Hunter doesn't help him as much. It's still more than a minute cooldown, even with full stacks of Ingenious Hunter. So
but
just having
it's really nice to have it for the Fizz ult cooldown for the Zhonya's if he was able to get it.
Unfortunately, or fortunately for blue team, red is not. They just gave up their inhib for almost no contest. There had to be flashbomb by Nautilus.
Right unfortunately, silence on the Echo. He goes down. Blitzcrank is still running in, but it looks like they're not able to get it. Oh, Nautilus hooks back in, but the team is not committed. Looks like they're leaving him to dry. Nautilus goes down, but blue team still gets the inhib. And it looks like Dragon,
Dragon is gone. However, Baron is coming up, and having the bottom inhibitor gives a lot of pressure to blue team that forces them to be in a favored matchup for them. They'll most likely be 5v4, maybe even 5v3, depending on how you view the Renekton on the next Baron fight, which is going to be up in about 10 seconds here. Blue team is making a lot of macro and micro issues, but it looks like it's starting to work in their favor a little bit as the items are coming online. They're getting a lot of pressure on the map where they need it. They're losing Dragon. It would be really nice for Shen and Nautilus to have those resistances. Pretty much anyone on their team to have extra resistances due to the high burst damage that the enemy team has, but it looks like it should be working out very well.
This is actually pretty nice for the Graves, right? Because the Mountain Drakes I believe they work with his grip.
I didn't even realize that it was Mountain Soul. I thought that we got at least one Dragon on blue side. However, all of them went to red team, meaning that this is going to be much more difficult with that extra shield. The extra bit of damage that you need to do is going to be difficult to overcome, even with consistent damage dealers like Echo and Vayne.
Yeah, I mean, the Vayne, she's not too hurt by it, but definitely the Veigar, he's going to be feeling it.
The Veigar, the Echo. Shen, maybe not so much. Shen getting caught out here by the MF Renekton, and most likely Gray's about to be there. They're going to... Blue team decides
trying to do a
G2,
rushing down mid lane and trying to take it before red team can get it back. And this
Veigar has a lot of AP, so
yep.
He's going to push down this tower very, very fast right now. However, the Blitzcrank misses hook.
Oh, the Fizz, though, with a big zoning ultimate, though. He misses, but huge zone that they can't walk up with. And despite missing, it actually forces blue team away.
Yeah, it's a very interesting situation that the map state is in right now. There's not a lot of vision for either team on the map. But bot is pushing in with the super minions. This is really, really good. They should be heading towards Baron side now. Fizz or Renekton is going to have to clear, and Fizz ult is down right now, so they will have very hard time
And it looks
I
like
mean,
they
Grace
sent
is
their
clearing
jungler
bot.
bot
Grace
lane.
and Renekton are clearing bot, and they
Yeah,
have no
they have no
jungler. They
smite.
should be rushing it right now.
There's no smite. It looks like the Echo is still busy trying to clear mid wave instead of going to the Baron. With Blitzcrank coming over, it looks like he wants to grab a hook on one of their players to stop them, but everyone's coming there, and it looks like Graves is slowly rotating. Fizz slow, though. The Baron almost at half
With the
HP.
cooldowns that red team has down and proper positioning from blue team, this is a free Baron into them. However, it looks like Shen is
Oh, MF's going to
deciding
get a big
to.
ult here. But Echo does manage
Echo
to
hits
get
the
it.
smite. It looks like Shen is ulting in, trying to fight this. This is a very bad idea. He loses another Baron for no reason, and your
And Vayne,
blue
like,
team's
Vayne
not
with a
backing
hook!
off. Triple kill for MF and a kill on Fizz on the Vayne. This is only one Baron left on the side of blue team for Echo. This is not very good. They overstayed their welcome, and red team capitalized on it. However, their base is dying, but they'll be back in time.
Yeah, it looks like Renekton is able to get the back, and this is going to be an inhib for the red team. I don't think they can get too much more, given that...
Echo can get silenced out of his ultimate, so he needs to just back
Echo
off
yeah,
here.
he needs
Just
to
concedes the
survive.
inhib.
I mean, he's died like 3 or 4 times off Blitzcrank hook into silence.
Solely
Oh,
to
he's
Fizz
been
ult.
ulted! He's been killed! The jungler is down! Red team's pushing for the Nexus! This might be it! The reverse sweep! And red team, 2 players up on blue team, trying to stop the end. The ultimate... Nautilus.
The inhib the Nexus goes down for blue team. That is a very unfortunate turn of events. They had a very strong lead and just got a little bit too overzealous and started to lose a lot of leads, and they just gave over a lot of shutdown gold to the carries. And red team got MF, Rise, or MF Fizz and Graves a lot of gold. That is exactly where they needed it, and they were able to capitalize on the pick potential with Fizz ult and Blitzcrank hooks that ended up winning them the game through objective pressure and picks.
All right, now we're going to have a media interview with the support of the losing team, the blue team. Skieko, what are your thoughts coming out of this pressured series where you went up, you were up, and then you came down a bit due to some team issues with the top lane, as it seems? And lost for words with this heartfelt defeat. It's difficult to process the emotions right now, given how ahead they were beforehand. But it really does feel like a spring split 2019 TSM. Truly tragic.
Brothers fan getting caught out one too many times on blue side and ended up costing them the game.
Still running Ski Echo.
I'm curious to see how much damage the Vayne did in that match, because she was never really forward.
Yeah, she did the least damage
Jesus.
on the team. Yeah.
That's what we like to call an 80 carry difference.
Yeah, and the MF ultimate just getting so much for them. Even in the final Baron fight, the instant knockup and the Vigar cage on the MF, she was still able to get, maybe a third of her ultimate, but that did enough damage near the Baron that most of blue team ended up being chunked out for the fight afterwards. So MF, with that gold lead, with those shutdowns from mid-game, was able to come in clutch for the red team and really do her team a service for those tight cornered fights.
Yeah, there's also some positioning issues from blue team. There's a lot of Shen and Echo being a little bit too far up and not respecting the amount of CC and pick that red team had. They were ahead. They were decently tanky. However, Echo did not get several crucial ultis off in the middle of the game, and Shen was in by himself or ulting onto an already dead target, conceding even more gold to red team.
I mean, it was
very
4 or 5 times at crucial objectives that Echo ends up getting hooked, but then also getting silenced, afterwards, and he just dies. And it seems like he still, to the end, when the Nexus is going down, did not want to respect the Blitzcrank hook into silence.
Refused the zonies, refused to buy QSS to cleanse the silence so he could just not playing the match properly. I think he was just a little bit too used to not being able to ult.
Yeah.
Just
the lack of punishment
never
for
had
Echo.
to. Mm-hmm.
All right, can we get any words from the support player, Skieko, if you'd like to say anything?
Tragic.
All right, do you have anything to say about your teammates today?
I just don't know. Man, I don't understand. It was literally just so free. I don't know why he ulted me, and then Vayne walked up and died, and I just don't understand. That game was just tragically, just so free. It was just such a fucking int.
All right, well, that's going to be all from us here tonight from the Chicago LCS. This is going to be Jack, LS, and the Cloud.